Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. This is Casey with Seraphim Siren Tarot. Today's pick a card is going to be all about the person on your mind, their thoughts, feelings, intentions, what they might be hiding, what they might wish they could say. We just kind of dive in and see where spirit takes us. This is going to be looking into the more shadow side of this connection. And if you are feeling pile one, we have this Carnelian star, and this devil card with the signs of Capricorn, Pisces, Aquarius, and Taurus. Pile two, we have this abalone shell pendant. So beautiful. And we have this devil card. And that is with the zodiac signs of Cancer, Scorpio, Sagittarius, and Aries. The letter S could be significant here. Pile three, we do have this red Jasper heart paired with this devil card. And that is the zodiac signs coming up were Leo, Libra, so the letter L could be significant, Virgo, and Gemini. So take a deep breath, think about your person, and if you feel like you should need to pause to kind of follow where your intuition takes you, go ahead and do that. And I will see you at your piles. Everything you need is in the timestamps down below, along with the description box. And thank you so much for being here. And I'm sending you so much love, warm soul hugs. And I can't wait to dive into this part two of the shadow side of this connection with your person. So part one is over on Mosaic Mermaid. So let's get in it. Let's get it. Okay. All right. So I'll see you at your house. Love you guys. Bye. Hey, pile one. Welcome to your reading. You chose this beautiful Carnelian star. Or this gorgeous devil card. See, I always carrying two mice there. Owls could be significant for you. You may really love owls, or have an owl somewhere in around your yard or something is coming to me. Like you have an owl that you see often. And I don't know if that's a sign for somebody, but this makes me feel like the energy is like being prey. Like they're watching you, like they're obsessed with wanting to just eat you up. Be careful, they might spit you out. We do have Capricorn, Pisces, Aquarius, Taurus showing up here. Be significant, doesn't have to be. I'm gonna go ahead and get started on the oracle. So take a deep breath and think about your person. This is part 2 to the what would be the light reading over on Mosaic Mermaid. This is that's my light and dark series. The Mermaid, the Siren. So you know we're looking into shadows. So that's the energy. That's what you came for. That's what we're getting into. If not, you might want to click away. Ooh, because we're getting started. Protection. Nurture goals, get support, hold your boundaries. So there's it almost feels like protecting their there could be children involved, but it's also like just protecting their territory. But it's also this moon is giving very big anxiety energy. I think it's very hard for them to keep their eyes off of you, but they feel like you're prey. Relentless craving, yeah. Addiction is a prison disguised as freedom. Consumed, eroding in habits. Consumed is a big part of this reading, and addictions. You know, whether that's to substances or anything that might keep their mind from being completely just taken over by this thought that you've planted in their head. I'm hearing habits from Tovlo. Gotta stay high all the time to keep you off my mind. So there very well could be some substance um, issues. Let's see what else comes out. Pile 1. Passage, new cycle, transitioning, discovery, and perspective. So that's like, it's almost like the Hanged Man, you know, which we have Pisces energy, we have Capricorn with that Devil card. And there could be a new perspective. It's not as heavy as it was in this card. The letter P could be significant. I mean, protection, prison. perspective passage. So it might be in a transitioning phase. 15 is also, it reduces to 4, which is about stability, foundation. But also the 5 is change, and the Hierophant, which they might be having to hold their boundaries, even though they have goals, or maybe they are protecting their bag, their babies, their inner child. They could be getting support. They could be getting therapy. They could be getting. I just read nature goals, so nature could be something that's really important to your person. I think they might even be addicted to just being alone. But they also feel like they're eroding at the same time. What are they doing with their life? They have all these dreams that are addiction is a prison disguised as freedom. I think they are consumed by the thought of this possible future with you, or just the possibility that this connection brings. This does feel this feels more like a dream state. You may have a dream connection. This feels a little more. There's more fear in this card than there is in this one. And it seems like it looks, I don't know if you can see, but you see how there's that little tiny castle, and then like you have these just wilderness, right? I'm trying to figure out what these on the side are. That's making me think of Neverending Story. You had to run through there's a lot of perspectives here. Okay, getting kind of lost in the cards here. Self-compassion. Embracing imperfections helps you find strength, growth mindset, and resilience. So your person is working on embracing their imperfections and trying to find strength within their mindset, trying to have that new perspective for what freedom really means to them and what consumes them. I think they're consumed with passion for you. Oh, this was already turned over, but confront fears. The cave you fear to enter holds the treasure you seek. Bravery, healing, and reclaim. So that, being at the bottom of the deck, it really feels like there's progression here. And this is the main goal. Being brave enough to heal their mind, to change their habits. They want to protect their autonomy. But I think they need support, but they don't. They want to do it on their own. And that is something that keeps them just in this prison, whether it's in their mind. It keeps them from transitioning. So until your person can have that self-compassion for what they're not being afraid to face the fears. You are the treasure. Let's see what comes out. Where are they? Okay. These are a little odd to shuffle. So. Pile one. What's going on? Balance person. The Archer, their Sagittarius energy. Biding your time and planning ahead. The Scholar, investigation and research. Didn't I say that they were spying on you? That's that page of swords energy right there. Hey, they've got their eye on you, for sure. Maybe even a bit too much of an eye. Maybe that's I think they're consumed by you. Accepting help and guidance, the fate. I was just talking about that, about how they don't want to get support. accept the help and guidance. They're so used to, they're addicted to the routine. The muse. Generosity and naivety. That is you. That is what makes them, like, you are a muse to them. They do crave you, and they are all tangled up. Hmm. Let's get one more. I said one, Spirit. The air. Unseen potential, hesitation. They hesitate. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. I'm hearing King Nothing. I wish I may, I wish I might. Have this wish I wish tonight. I want that. What does he say? I want it all. I want it now. And I don't care how. And it all crashes down. And you wave your crown and you try to point the finger, but there's no one around. Only I wanted one thing, is that to be the king. I think your person may really be in this prison of their mind, of maybe family legacy, generational trauma caused by that, the mindset that they're not good enough. There's lots of hands again here, and that was big in part 1 of this over on Mosaic Mermaid. Sentinel, determination and certainty. And the painter, productivity and creation. There's another P word. Planning. Potential. So, let's see what's on the bottom. The tailor, attention to detail and pride. Yeah, okay. So, that could be the obsession, guys. The pride, the ego, the wanting to be seen as the best. Leo energy, that pride. Oh, you see how I'm just, and perfection might be a thing with your person. Neurospicy. I'm OCD, so I always mention that in case there's somebody new that doesn't. But I mean, man. So planning ahead, biding their time. They might be strategically behind the scenes, they are hesitating. They want to be certain. So they have kept an eye. They have paid attention to detail. In some ways, you've even hurt their pride. We have hands with the string, cutting the cord. Um, Look, in both of these, they're cutting cords. They may have like they may have like a folder or notebook where they write about you or keep pictures or letters or something like that. All right, let's see what is going on with the tarot. Okay. Pile one. What's going on with one's person? Okay. Two pentacles in reverse. I'm going to get more cards before I... Knight of Wands. Knight of Pentacles. The Tower in reverse. Oh my goodness. We got the Three of Wands. Okay, so we have Capricorn energy here, also Jupiter, imbalance, disorganization, inability to commit to anything, overextending, and chaos. I told you that your person knows that they can come to you whenever they want. So they give you just enough, and then they take, their attention and put it on better things. We have Cancer and Leo energy here. With the Knight of Wands, it says fearless, hero, inspired action, bravery, confront the fears. I think they do want to kind of just heart chakra here. I think they do want to just run away with you. Just come in and just hot. Come in hot. And it's like they have two opposing ways of looking at this connection. there's a serious imbalance because of it, which is why they avoid it altogether. Because on one hand, they want to be, and also I'm seeing this two ways. Because now I'm seeing, and this could be you could want to be the one that has been brave, confident, passionate. They've inspired the action within you. You might be fearless at this point to, like, you're willing to do anything to be their hero, that you want to come in and give them that support that they don't want. Meanwhile, your person's more of someone who is consistent, practical, reliable, very strong will, very stubborn, determined, responsible, improvement. So, yeah, they've got a lot of pride. It's like they're a tough nut to crack, but once you crack them, they are just delicious in the middle. But it's hard to crack that nut because that nut is overextending. And they don't want to give you any less than you deserve, but they're also kind of being a dick about it. They are delaying the catastrophe that is a conversation with you. We've got Aries and Taurus here. Your hearts are in two different places. We got Scorpio energy. Well, if you're going to get the Tower, reverse is the way to go. So, but again, it's just delayed catastrophe. Fear of pain, avoiding tragedy, resisting change, which is a big thing here, right? Transformation, which is what we were getting up here with passage and confronting the fears. It's on the bottom. The moon in reverse. I wanted to turn it around, and then I was like, wait, no, reversals. I'm trying to learn reversals, but so we've got your Pisces energy here. Gaining clarity, releasing fear. Look at that. Confronting fears, releasing fears. Finding the truth, suppressed emotions, conquering anxiety. This is what your person is trying to do. Where we started with that big moon energy, which was illusions and anxiety. It says anxiety twice on here. Fear, deception. We're ending with, on the bottom of the deck, it completely in reverse. So that's a good sign. But remember, you cannot heal your person. You can only love them. And, you've also got to make sure you're taking care of yourself as well. So, you've got to give yourself compassion as well. What's under here? The Hierophant. Yep. There's that 5 with change, religious beliefs, conventionality, spiritual wisdom, knowledge sharing, education, conformity. For me, it's self-limiting beliefs. Got Taurus energy here, the throat chakra. And keeping that from, being able to move forward because, they have these addiction to a prison disguised as freedom, consumed. Legacy and generational trauma, from conforming to ideas that they may not really. Well, at least the 10 of Swords came up in reverse, seeking redemption, persevering, forgiveness, rising above problems, healing, recovery, hasty, and okay, so we have the Page of Wands in reverse. Hasty, impatient, impulsive, restless. Yeah, pessimist. See, that's what I was feeling in the very beginning here. You got Sagittarius energy with that, and Aries. Gemini here. So I think a big thing, and it's even been with me through this reading, is there's just this exhaustion, this defeat, lack of motivation, too overwhelmed. I put off doing this reading for quite some time, and now here we are. Alexa, what time is it?
It's 4:59 a.m.
Yeah, and here I am. So, I mean, take what resonates. Did I grab? Okay. Definitely let me know if anything stood out for you, because I very much enjoy the signs and synchronicities that you guys share. And so we're gonna do some looking into the messages with the shadows. We're gonna start with first. Actually, I'm gonna do some of these. This is the Divine Love Oracle. Sorry, I don't know. That's a little better. Pile 1. What's going on with their person? What they need to know. Okay. I'll take the bottom of the deck. Look at that. Honesty. Look. Chaos. I had highlighted that earlier. This is the chaos. Oh boy. Okay, so we have The situation requires speaking and acting truthfully and not being afraid to do it. Chaos, unexpected, unforeseen events have created disturbances and disorder in this partnership. Soul escapism. Someone is trying to cut the energetic tie and avoid their soul responsibility. There was all those cutting of the strings in that deck from earlier. Wow, that is kind of crazy. And it's giving Pisces energy too. Just the escapism part, you know. Collaboration. There is a willingness for both parties to cooperate and unify. Manipulation. Someone's skill and cleverness was used to take advantage of the other person. And did we not come to that conclusion that there was strategy and planning and giving you just a little bit to keep you satisfied? Negligence, absolutely. Negligent acts stem from past abandonment. So, like I said, it could be trauma even leading back to childhood. I kept hearing generational trauma. And then we have the bottom of the deck, blindsided. Somebody was ill prepared for this unexpected attack. So let's just do this right here. Boy, okay, so yeah, they were not ready. We have Ruby making herself known, and if she's gonna be like she was in the last video, a couple of videos ago, she might just meow for 20 minutes. So I'm glad that we're getting to the end portion of the messages. Okay, so we're going to look into the Shadow Oracle and what we have here are messages from your person that they would not really, yeah, who are we kidding? They wouldn't say these out loud. But yes, these are, like shadow messages because they're not necessarily true. It's just something that they get in their head about. Pile 1, what would they say? Sorry, I saw it. It did feel like it needed to come out. I just heard Chicago. Hard for me to say I'm sorry. Hold me now. It's hard for me to say I'm sorry. I just wanted you to know. I don't know how to let you go. And like the next, because I was singing it, so I can't go on if I'm on my own. I have 1. I need to focus on my healing. Yeah. Let's get one more. Sometimes I hear your voice. That brings me back to that folder earlier. Maybe you send voice notes and maybe they keep them. Okay, so now we're going to get a few of these dark confessions of the soul, which are kind of triggering, so be warned. What would they say? Pile one's person, what would they say? I feel unworthy of having love in my life. I feel miserable and lost. It's difficult for me to process my emotions. I am not available right now. Yeah, this is everything that we've been talking about since the beginning. On the bottom, I am going through a roller coaster of emotions. I won't admit it. And that is, yeah, I'm keeping secrets from you, and I hope you don't find out. Sorry. It's tough, guys. It's tough. I understand. It's tough. But sometimes the tarot and the messages are just like, I said what I said. I said what I said. um, hmm. You know what? I'm going to pull one more. I feel abandoned by you, and it's triggering my childhood traumas. I very much felt that. Okay. So now I'm going to get you. These are the Divine Yin Yang Oracle for lovers. It's shadow and light. So let's see. All right. So the first card that comes out will be the shadow message, and then light, and then so on. Shadow message for pile one. Okay, well, this is the shadow message. What did you expect? Roses have thorns. And then the light message. I've got this. I said something like that in the beginning. I was like, let's get into this. Let's get it. Okay, so shadow message. Oof, these are so slippery. Shadow message from pile one's person. I don't know what you want from me or this connection. Light message. Being close with you makes me feel safe. That's that feeling of home. Shadow message. I feel stressed about our connection when things are off balance. Again, we're hearing that message again, that there needs to be balance. And your Wait. Shadow, light, shadow, light, shadow, light. Okay. I am strong in myself and know everything is going to be okay. Shadow. Okay. Everyone is out to get me. Life is unfair. And the light message from the bottom here. I go to sleep with a smile, knowing you are with me in my dreams. There's that dream connection coming through again. Get you a card for advice. Pile 1. Flexibility. Look at that ball of string. There's just so much string. Flexibility. Sometimes it's just best to go with the flow. Everything in life is not always going to go your way. Bend, but don't break. Wow. Responsibility. Maturity begins when you can take responsibility for your own actions. And on the bottom, improvement. In life, there's always room for improvement. Today, take a moment to see what you can be doing better. And we can't forget the spicy love messages here. Hopefully, have a little bit of a giggle. What would they? Kind of thoughts consume them? Okay. Oh my good. Did you see that? Okay. Yes. Yeah. You're dangerous to me. This is a nod to the Sleep Token song, Dangerous, the lyrics. You're dangerous to me. I notice every time we meet, I feel the ground beneath my feet giving way. You've got me talking in my sleep as if you're conquering my dreams. It's that dream connection again. You have awakened what's beneath again. And I always hear the next line, which is I thought I could resist you. I want to be the architect of your dreams. Dreams again. Building worlds of pleasure where only the two of our souls exist. One day when I wake up at 3 a.m., unable to sleep, I will look next to me and you will be there, sleeping beside me peacefully, and suddenly the world won't seem so lonely. Hear that Justin Bieber song, Lonely. Things are getting messy. If I had to choose between loving you and breathing, I would use my last breath to tell you how much I love you. I can't escape thinking of us together inside our own bubble. And your mind is deliciously improper, and your body an aphrodisiac. Bottom of the deck. You didn't just touch my heart. You met me in places no one else knew existed. You really get them, pile 1. So, I'm sending you so much love, warm soul hugs. Please consider, subscribing. I am trying to get to 1K. And when I get to 1K, I will not utter it again. Until then, well, I may utter it after that because I do have neurospicy double Pisces. So those are just, I don't know what kind of shenanigans I'm going to get into over there, but it's definitely neurospicy based. Um, because, I want somewhere for all of us to go and just talk about all of our things. um, Anywho, thank you so much for being here. If you need anything from me, you can find that down below in the timestamps and the description box. Private readings are now open. And if you stayed with me all the way to the end, leave me a star emoji because I like seeing how many people stick with me to the end. And yeah, let me know what pile resonated with you. And I hope to see you in the next one. Let me know if there's any synchronicities between if you watched the first video and this video, if there was synchronicities between the piles you chose. Because I film and I don't, I hate hearing my own voice, which is funny because a lot of you guys love my voice, but, um, so I don't really watch back things unless, there's a question or, something like that. I really love that little summary button, um, for the songs. This I love putting in what songs did I mention, and it'll have all the songs. So that's a handy dandy little thing that you can if you're like me and you're like obsessed with music. Um so anywho, I do feel tired, guys, but you know, I really hope that your person can just it's not about being healed. Um it's about what you can heal together. Because nobody's ever really, truly, fully healed from anything, especially things like, you know, trauma. And, you never know what somebody's carrying. And so you should always lead with grace and space. But some of us don't, our brains are wired a little bit differently than others. And uh, however, those persons' wires uh, decided, they were going to calm their nervous system this way, and that's by pushing everything away and being alone, then, that's. Consider this. If your person isn't making actual steps or trying to communicate, base level communication, it won't work. And I don't believe that it'll get any better for a lot of these connections. So just keep that in mind when you give and give and give, you often neglect your own self. So try to make sure you have that self compassion as well. Um, and understand that as long as you say what you need to say and you don't have any regrets. Um, every time I say that, I think of that kid in the Millers that had the tattoo, no regrets, spelled with an A. Oh, okay. So, yeah, no regrets. Um, but yeah, you know, there is a very sensual, fiery energy that is very consuming. And it's something that is definitely thought of. um, like a lot, like obsessively a lot. And that would be their dark confession. So, if you are still here, oh my goodness, guys, leave me a little devil emoji, a little smiling devil, and I will see you in the next one. All right. Love you guys. Okay. Bye. Hey, pile two. If you chose this abalone shell pendant, this is going to be reading this devil card. I just heard, I ain't mad at it. So, we also have zodiac signs Cancer, Scorpio, Sagittarius, and Aries. So, very steamy with that water fire mix. Seems like you see how it's the feeling of being tight around somebody's finger. It just feels like this might even be how they feel with you. They feel like you came in and just kind of bewitched them. I don't know. He's quite beautiful. All that hair, long black hair, could be significant. This could be. It also looks like he has blue eyes. This is definitely one of my favorite devil cards, Capricorn energy. Tattoos could be significant. Let's see. But he looks like he was coming in with some kind of offer. Okay, so let's just see what the yeah, I'm blushing for you, pile 2. Your person might be very shy. We're going to see what kind of shadow energies is in this connection. This is a part 2 video from my part 1, which is on Mosaic Mermaid. So if you want to see the light version, it's kind of the shadow and light series. Is, you can find that information down below along with everything else. But let's see what I want you to take a deep breath. Think about your person. We're going to see what kind of shadows we need to find out. Pile 2. Okay. Sacred boundaries, soul mirrors. Let me get a couple more. Wow. Relentless craving. This came up in pile 1. And feathered omens, which is crazy because this word consumed an addiction. This is devil energy for me with all this energy, and it's going to come out right here again. We have feathered omens. Let's see what's on the bottom. Release, let go of any burdens, rebirth, and awakening. That's gorgeous. Okay, so right off the bat, this is a kind of beautiful for shadow energy. So, whew, all right, yeah, I'm still blushing over here at your person. Sacred boundaries, respecting and honoring your limits sets you free. Assertiveness and self-care. So they might still be guarded, but open. Soul mirrors. Oh, others reflect your own. I'm so tongue-tied. I'm sorry. I might have to I've never quite felt this way about a card before. Shit. Okay, sorry. But yeah, you definitely you get little butterflies, to say the least, when you think about your person. And I think you think about them a lot, like just coming to you with an offer. So, soul mirrors, others reflect your own relationship with yourself, open heart, healing union. So, that's beautiful. Relentless craving. Addiction is a prison disguised as freedom. Consumed, eroding in habits. Feathered omens, even the sweetest bird harbors fierce intentions, self-deceit, illusion, and secret. And then release, let go of any burdens, rebirth, awakening. So it's, a little bit of Scorpio energy there. I feel like with the Death card feeling, this is definitely a Devil card for me. This is got the four birds here. You've got one here. It's it's kind of just, you see how much these two look similar in, I'm hearing the song Habits by Toflo. Gotta say hi all the time to keep you off my mind. Spend my days locked in a haze, trying to forget you, babe. Yeah, it's definitely hard to forget that over there. We've got, see how we have, it's almost like sunrise and sunset. Either way, I'm feeling divine counterpart energy. So there's a need to let go of the burdens. So your person could just be drowning in these depths of emotion. They could be dealing with past betrayal wounds where they were, I just keep hearing um, master of puppets. um, Metallica could be significant, but I'm just, it's like they, they knew just how to pull the right strings. Mm, this is this is a fear that they have. They could be addicted to your energy, your open heart, your healing nature. They think you're so sweet, but they also feel like it triggers that. It triggers, it's so hard to explain other than it's just pain. It triggers so much pain. So I think your person either stays consumed, addicted to the routine. They could be very assertive in the boundaries that they have, as far as you could be the one wanting to have this healing union, this rebirth of, I think this is the first time your heart's ever been this open. But it's almost hard to tell if it's healing, if it's self-care, or if it's self-deceit, an illusion. I think your person does hold all the strings, and they do not they don't share these types of they don't share anything. They don't share their intentions. They don't share their reflections. They stay just consumed. I think things might consume them very easily. Um, and maybe they just, it's just so, it's, the feeling is just so heartbreaking. Hmm. Hearing the song by the Bad Omens, loves the death of peace of mind. I'm also hearing black vultures from Hailstorm. Black vultures circling the sky, picking up the pieces. I'll wait for me to die, but I'm not defeated. I think the first line is, "It started raining in my head today." Tell me about sacred boundaries. The catalyst, radical changes and taking control. Look, it's like a little potion bottle, just like right here. A message in a bottle. I'm hearing message in a bottle. Don't stand so close to me. Your person might have like real problems with sensory issues. The alchemist, balance, invention, and destruction. Look, there's another bottle. Looks just like that. And seashells in the background. The beach could be significant. Relentless craving. The smith. Overthinking and taking action. So They are consumed with the thought of you. It's like, it's like they self destruct almost as soon as they let themselves. Like they very much need to be in control of their, as much as they can be, of their emotions. Otherwise, they do get consumed inside their head. Okay. It's crazy because there is a nest outside in the tree in my front yard. Alexa, what time is it?
It's 1:49 a.m.
And I think that's all I hear is birds. You're just whistling, whistling, whistling. So I think I don't know, I think there might be some baby birds up there. So there could be babies involved. A nest, a foundation. Um, the sleeper. Oh, that's beautiful. Cause and effect and clarity. Hmm. Ooh. No. Spirit, please. I cannot do that again. I'm trying to keep this a little, shorter than normal, but Spirit, what's going on with pile 2? Okay. The miser. Stubbornness and inflexibility. We've got that same little eyelash image, this closed eye. You may have dream connection, which you may gain clarity from your dreams. The orator, communication and confidence. And the masquerade. But look, hiding your true self, projection. Literally painting masks. But telepathically, you may have a little bit of a connection, but your third eye, it's like, as stubborn as they are, as secretive as they are, as practical, you know, they don't have to say it. You know it. And look, he's holding on his hand. Hiding your true self, projection. Let's see what's on the bottom. The enchanter, deception and trickery. Okay, let me see here. I have to kind of try to fix this just a little bit. Just a little bit. Yeah, I think you need some respect. um, I don't think you give yourself enough credit for how generous and open you've been with your heart, with your communication, with your just being true to yourself, authenticity. And they can't face you because they're hiding. They're hiding that part of themselves. They are going through some radical changes, maybe even karmic debt. But they are consumed by the thought of you. But they are stubborn and stuck in their own ways, and they don't have the confidence quite yet enough to communicate. Um, they may never, but it seems like they do a little breadcrumbing here and there to keep you open. I'm hearing love potion number 9. Okay, so let's see what I have these. I just wanted to get a few of them. And then we'll get the tarot. Pile 2. What do I need to know about this person? Okay, and the bottom. Okay, so also, if you want to delve into this any deeper, you guys know that or you may not, I do have private readings available. And you can find all that information down below. All right. Collaboration. There is a willingness for both parties to cooperate and unify. Manipulation. Someone's skill and cleverness was used to take advantage of the other person. There's that deception and trickery. Introspection. Someone needs to look at the self and do inner reflection because they are deceiving themselves. And in some ways, for some of you, you could be deceiving yourself. Take it how it resonates. Detachment. Energetically detaching or cord cutting can free your soul from bondage. There was a lot of talk about cord cutting in pile 1. Obsession. You're my obsession. Unhealthy obsessive thoughts are taking up space in this connection. acceptance. Accepting the situation can allow the release of any stuck energy. I love it when shit lines up. Release. Release that stuck energy. Reminiscing, someone is secretly thinking and replaying sweet memories of the past. This is kind of a Six of Cups for me, and that is, just, it really keeps them consumed by, it definitely keeps them coming back, even though they want to always throw that detour in there. An alternate course of action is needed to move past this roadblock, which could be no contact or, but look at this. Awakening, enlightenment, a spiritual awakening is underway. That's so cool. Just, I love it. I love how things just line up. Yeah. So let's get into the tarot. Pile two. What's going on with pile two's person? Okay. So you have the Queen of Swords coming out in reverse. So you've got Virgo and Libra energy. Easily influenced, emotional, sarcastic, no presence of mind, careless, overly critical, cold-hearted, and pessimistic. Well, yeah. That stubbornness, that hiding of the true self, that deception and trickery, radical changes, taking control, destruction. I just started hearing the song. Bad, 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 bad boys make me feel so good. I don't know. That's a first, I think, that I've heard that. Giving a reading. Okay, so it did come out. It wanted to come out right side up. You want this to come out right side up. Romantic, charming, graceful. Invitations following your heart and dreams. I think this is your energy, but they are in this energy. Deceit. Again, self-deceit. And because of past heartbreak, disappointment, turmoil, they avoid this conflict. They see it as unrealistic. Like, there's Three of Swords, but in reverse. So instead of staying pessimistic, your person could be, working towards forgiveness, recovery, healing, releasing pain, and acceptance. Didn't we get acceptance too? There's acceptance. Recovery. So, Libra energy. Looking good, pile two. Wait a second. Okay, so we have the Eight of Pentacles. So you've got Virgo Sun here. Happy employment, apprenticeship, mastery, crafts, talents, skill, accomplishment, skill development, and ambition. That sounds like your Capricorn energy, but it also with the devil, it's like could be what they obsess with. Just always trying to stay ahead of the game. They could love to play games, not, well, I mean, video games or other games. Okay. They're both sideways. They're kind of, I don't. Let's look at them. We've got the Emperor. And are you shitting me? Are you shitting me? I am just. Wow. Okay. So, yeah. You divine counterparts just came the fuck out and landed sideways. Because I think you're both back and forth on what you want. We've got Aries and Taurus energy, Venus and Mars. Like 3 with growth and expansion, 4 with foundation and stability, divine feminine, divine masculine, practicality, powerful, disciplined, focus, dominating male. Now, see, the problem is fertility for would-be parents. Children could be significant, abundance, nurturing, creativity. Is in reverse, these are really, it's like magnets, and then in reverse, it's like they are not coming together. Yeah. And this feels like the other side of the coin. Like, you know, just with these kind of soulmate, these high level soulmate counterpart relationships, there's really just no words for how painful, heartbreaking, but also how beautiful and healing that they can be. When they're good, but when they're bad, Insecurity, lack of progress, overdependence, emptiness, suffocation. And then over here we've got domination, rigidity, excessively controlling, tyranny, stubborn, lack of discipline, rigor, and aloofness. So, and I think you're like you came out first, and then and then we had that come out on top. And I think your person is controlling the situation. Damn, pile two. What is going on here? So we've got the Ten of Cups. Got your Pisces energy with Mars. But this is, domestic harmony, family reunions, contentment, celebrations, emotional stability and security, peaceful coexistence. That's the dream. That's the dream. But the dream takes teamwork and collaboration. There's your Capricorn energy. Mars again. Apprenticeship. They could be focusing their effort on just mastery and recognition. See, we're going through that again. So they could be very career focused. But there's your Four of Wands. There's your 1111 card. Celebration, enjoyment, home, stability, belonging, reunion, balance, dignified. The Star. You give them hope. Rebirth, inspiration, positivity. But look, then we have your King of Pentacles in reverse. Failing business, poor financial decisions, materialistic, instability, obsessed with wealth, status, possessive. So that's the overall energy that your person's trying to overcome in order to even try to think about balancing this out. I'm seeing 14, which is Sagittarius energy with temperance, like a healing balance. It's all over the place, guys. So always, just take what resonates and use your discernment when it comes to having those rose-colored glasses on. I'm gonna get some shadow messages. These are things they think about but would likely never see the light. What would pile two's person say? We are not right for each other. They don't trust themselves. In that moment, I didn't care. I have been here before with others. I need to focus on my healing. I never used to look at you in that way. I wish you would come back. You see, the cycles. I forgive you. I couldn't tell you face to face. I never want to feel that way again. Okay. These are very trigger warning. These are dark confessions of the soul. So only take it if it resonates. This connection bores me to death. I need something more exciting. Could be dealing with a narcissist or someone with narcissistic traits. I mean, I think the majority of people have narcissistic traits. It just depends on where you look. It's my focus is on my life. I can't be bothered to worry about you, and that's it right there. They are self-obsessed. Anything else for pilots? I feel overwhelmed. I am drowning in my own thoughts. Yeah. The situation has become very difficult for me to manage mentally. It is draining me. On the bottom, I cannot give you what you want or deserve. I'm sorry. Goodness. So, I do have some shadow and light messages. We start with shadow and then light and so on. Shadow message is, what did you expect? Roses have thorns. This came out in pile 1. Shadow message. Oh, wait, light message. Light message, please, Spirit. I feel secure that not everything is about me or a reflection of who I am. So they could be trying to get a handle on their self-limiting beliefs, their insecurities. Oof. Oh, okay. Shadow, I am lost and feel depressed without you. Light, I won't resist this any longer. I love you. I want you. Shadow. I am stuck in my grief. And light on the bottom, we have, there's warmth in my heart for you. Gonna get a few messages for advice, and then we'll get to my spicy messages. Laughter. Laughter is a medicine for the soul, so laugh even if it is through tears. Laughter is the best medicine. Look at that flexibility. Sometimes it's just best to go with the flow. Everything in life is not always going to go your way, but bend but don't break. This came out in pile 1. It's crazy how the same cards will just tie the piles together. The bottom we have wisdom. Life experiences bring about wisdom. How you decide to use it will lead to your success or your detriment. And we have my spicy giggle messages here. I actually have been waiting for this since we first pulled this card, but pile 2. My goodness. What would they say? You guys gotta let me know if you want me to make more messages for these. You're not just a temptation. You're an addiction I never want to recover from. There is more devil energy. It's crazy how all that is coming out in the cards. Pile two. Okay. Wow. Okay. Let's see. Hold me in your arms. I'm begging you, please don't leave, because every time you touch me, it's a sweet release. I have been bare but never naked like I am with you. You see every bit of me, every unlovable, ugly part I've hidden away for years, and you want the real me anyway. And that means a lot, you know. This is a nod to the song Past Self, um, which is by Sleep Token. It says, keep me alive, keep me believing that now is the time to take it or leave it. Now, are you going to dance on the line with me? Because nothing is the same. Things have got to change. You taught me that if you can dream with a damaged mind and love with a broken heart, you deserve the world and all of its treasures. We both do. I want you to tell me exactly what you want and how you want it. I think there is a lot of thought towards union. Um, I mean, there is a very deep, passionate energy here. But your person is not ready. Not ready, not even close. They do kind of have this obsession. Um, they just get in their own head too much. They're always trying to figure out the truth, the cause, the effect. They want to stay in control. I think you were a catalyst for a lot of radical change for them. But they still feel the need to hide their true self. But I think they do it because they don't want that to be, honestly, it's been hard to even find words for a lot of this. And I think that's a big problem with your person. I think they don't want to communicate. They don't want to say something and it be taken as something they didn't mean it to be. Um, I think they're just trying to be free. But they need to release. Oh, release. Didn't we get the sweet release card? Yeah. Every time you touch me, it's a sweet release. You bring such a healing, such a laughter, such you are clarity. There is warmth in their heart for you. And I don't think they want to project any pain on you while they're busy being this person that is stuck in their ego and trying to do everything that they can to avoid facing any kind of commitment to anything, not even communication, not even to check in on you. Or, you see what I'm saying? Don't lose respect for yourself by letting someone that doesn't deserve you, who has been clear about that, about in a way that meaning, it's clear when someone wants to be with you, wants to share that feeling, it's not something that stays hidden. That's the illusion that you hang on to as someone who wants to be a believer of that your person is the one that you secretly, well, maybe not so secretly, think or replay sweet memories of the past with. But don't fall into the illusion that they're going to somehow change, at least overnight, or maybe even at all. And it doesn't mean that there wasn't love, it just means you can't heal your person. You can love them, but you can't heal them. And I'm hearing you gotta know when to, what is it? You gotta know when to hold them and when to fold them. you know? And it might be time to fold this one out. But there is so much here. And that there's no denying that energy. There's no denying that energy, that there could be something so special about the two of you healing each other. But your person, the ball is in their court, right? So I'm going to leave it here. Please like, subscribe, comment. I'd love to hear what you think about these types of readings. Also, I am really trying to get to 1K, so it would be beautiful if you could just hit that subscribe button. And once I hit 1K, I'll never ask for another one. But yeah, I'm just thank you so much to everybody who has come over and done just that. I appreciate all of you so much. And the ones that have, that are, commenting, because YouTube has been doing us all dirty lately, so we can't even get on there and find our own shit. So It's like, oh my goodness, I haven't heard from this, that, and the third, and I want to make sure you guys are still getting my notifications and whatnot. So, yeah, thank you so much for being here. If you're still here listening to me, just leave me a hmm, leave me a seashell emoji. How about a yin yang emoji? Give me a yin yang emoji. Okay, so I love you guys. And you are so beautiful and worthy of the love that you give. So always, always follow your heart and your intuition because that will never be the wrong thing to do. Okay? And I'm sending you so much love, warm soul hugs, and I hope to see you in the next one. Also, if you wanted to check on the the lighter side of this connection, remember that part 1 is up over on Mosaic Mermaid. So I imagine I will have that linked below at some point. But I love you guys. All right. Thank you so much for being here. Bye. Hey, pile 3. If you chose this red Jasper heart, this is going to be your reading. We also have this devil card. It's like you've got these little marionette. Is that what they're called? Marionettes? So there could be a musical connection. And all these roses. Also, we have Leo, Libra, so the letter L could be significant, Virgo, and Gemini energy. Doesn't have to resonate, but if it does, then it can be extra confirmation. Let's see what kind of obsessions are consuming your person. Take a deep breath, think of your person, and we'll get some oracle cards to tap into the energy. What's going on with, okay? Shadow alchemy. Turn shadows into gold by shifting your awareness, empowerment, and rebirth. Beautiful. Let's see what else comes out. Pile 3. Wow. Seductive allure. Instant gratification blinds you to the consequences. Craving promises hidden. Oh, Woody. Woody, 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 Woody. I don't know. I just got this little, um, yeah, wow. Um, there's no, there's no YouTube friendly way to say that. Inspiration, okay? It felt like, I got some inspiration. Um, oh boy. So, inspiration, new life, purpose, rebirth, renewal, and happiness. There is So many references to renewal, rebirth, um, transformation, growth. Cherry blossom trees could be significant. I think that's what that is. Um, this almost looks like an apple. So teachers could be significant. Yeah, it's an apple. Gold leaf. You know, this reminds me of Kit. What is it? Kitsugi. I'm probably saying it wrong, but it's the art of. I think it's the Chinese art of when something is broken and they put it back together. They put it back together with gold, with silver, um, to make it more worth more. Um, so it's like you kind of showed up and you shifted their awareness and you filled in their scars with your light. I'm hearing you're the meaning in my heart, you're the inspiration. Is that Chicago? I just heard, and I know, yes, I know, I know that it's plain to see. Blue moon, rare opportunity, make a wish. Good luck. That is beautiful energy. Let's see what's on the bottom. Oh, it was turned over already. Ride the storm. Let chaos and turbulence cleanse your spirit. Purge, purify, and refine. Hmm. Now, this bottom of the deck energy kind of gives me, you know, she's looking back. Every time I say that, I get that. I go right into the Garth Brooks song, The Dance, looking back on the memory of the dance we shared beneath the stars above. If I'd only known. Oh, boy. So it feels like she's looking back at all of this. This could be about you facing the fact that you may have felt like your person was connected by that red string of fate. Your person turned your shadows into gold by shifting your awareness. Hmm. Yeah. And looking back, you can now see that they were just stringing you along. Hmm. because they knew. They knew how rare you are, how lucky they were, how happy and inspired they were. I feel like you had a lot of inspiration. There's a lot of moon energy here, so maybe even a dream connection, but like it really feels like you it, whether this person turns out to be the real deal or a lesson doesn't matter to you because they turned your shadows into gold. They were a catalyst for your rebirth. They started planting all these beautiful seeds in your head, and they didn't even have to say a word. And looking back on the storm that it has been for you, you're trying to purge that negativity. And I feel like your self worth has taken quite a it's taken quite a beating, right? It's been a crazy storm, but I think looking back, you wouldn't change any of it because you now understand how rare you are. Now you can refine your your dreams into new happiness. Let's see what comes out of this other deck here. It's a weird deck as far as shuffling. So you or your person might feel really awkward a lot, really shy. This does feel a bit like an overall message for you that you're on the right path. Pile 3. Messages for pile 3. What's going on with pile 3's person? The diviner, divine timing, and evaluation. Look at that. Look at that little seed that's starting to grow there. I'm seeing Fern Gully, and she takes the seed and just grows, and I think you are as beautiful as that. Like, you're magical when it comes to planting seeds and growing from the shadows. Yeah, Queen. Determination and sacrifice. Yeah. Let's see what else. Pile 3. This came out pile 2. The Smith, overthinking and taking action. So that would be you transforming this rebirth into this seductive allure, these hidden things about you where you start to try to build this foundation. Maybe even by sacrificing your own dignity. That's what I just heard. The musician. Inspiration and gratitude. No shit. And it's the same little guitar that he's holding over there. That's insane. That's so cool. Okay, let me see what else comes out. There's a couple more, Spirit. The Sailor. Got Pisces energy here. New influences and wanderlust. Hearing the song Sailing by Christopher Cross. Takes me away to where I always heard it could be. Just a dream and a wind to carry me. Soon I will be free. Fantasy gets the best of me when I'm sailing. All caught up in the reverie. Every word is a symphony. There could be a musical connection there. It's not far to Never Never Land. No reason to pretend. When the wind is right, you can find the joy of innocence again. Canvas can do miracles, just you wait and see. Be with me. Give me one more. Pile 3. The Champion. Achievement and downfall. I'm hearing We Are the Champions. Well, by Queen. That's actually so fucking cool. So Queen could be, um, you know, can be significant. Determination. We'll keep on fighting until the end. Then we have the aspirant, aspirant, but hands again. Ambition, diligence, setbacks. So your person might be dealing with a lot of setbacks. And maybe they don't want you to see them that way. It's on the bottom. Taylor. I just heard Tinker, Tailor, Soldier, Spy. Attention to detail. Pride. And there we are with that red string of fate that has come up in every reading here. This could be Spirit's way of telling you to pay attention to the details and what's important. I think there's a need to evaluate whether or not this sacrifice that you're making, you're determined to you are determined to be some kind of help to this person that you love, but you can only love them, you can't heal them. Sometimes they just gotta, face the fire, drowned in the emotions. I'm gonna see what this. I have this Divine Love Oracle. I want to see what comes out here. Was so not what I wanted. You could have had some false starts, awkward moments. Pile 3, what's going on? Negligence. Negligent acts stem from past abandonment. And I believe that came out in pile 1. Did you see how that did that? Delays. It may take longer than expected to get the desired outcome. Yeah, you might be here. This little seed. And it'll take a while for that to grow into a tree. And that's only if your person chooses to water it, take care of it, show it some sunshine every now and then. Say no sunshine when she's gone. This connection is stronger than you think. There's that Leo energy coming through. Loyalty. Someone wants to be supportive and has your best interest at heart. Yeah. I'm hearing the song Provider from Sleep Token. I want to be your provider. Garnish you with silk like a spider. But look, there's that betrayal wound. There has been a violation of trust in the past that cannot be forgotten. And that is where they shut down. Boundaries. Someone needs to clearly state their position or draw the line so expectations of this partnership are clear. So you may have done that. You may Wow. Revelation. The universe will reveal the unknown. Divine timing evaluation. Healing. There are still open wounds that need time and attention to heal. Reunion. Two divine souls. I don't know why I'm like just so like yeah for for you guys, pile three. Um, but that's a good energy. Two divine souls will come together in the near future. So there's your union. Karma, the universe will ensure energy is restored and in balance. Cooperation, there will be an opportunity where the parties will set aside differences and collaborate. Blindsided, somebody was ill prepared for this unexpected attack. On the bottom, we have romantic proposal. A lover will make a heartfelt love offer to express their feelings and desires for you. Wow. And they might show up on your doorstep. For all you know, you might be the one that gets blindsided. um so wow, that's a lot of that's I don't know if I've ever picked this card. But yeah, let's get into the tarot. Pile three. What's going on with pile three's person? Okay. Judgment. So there's your Libra energy, the number 20. Judgment, reflection, inner calling, being forgiven, and awareness and awakening. The Hanged Man, new perspective, self-surrender. It's Pisces energy. Absolution, independence, contemplation, spiritual development, and sacrifice for a higher cause. There's your cooperation right there. So, and look, we have the Five of Cups, Scorpio energy in the reverse. Achieving peace, forgiveness, recovery, acceptance, hope, and happiness return. This is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy. Oof. Page of Pentacles. Goal-oriented, ambitious, loyal, faithful. Look, loyalty. Faithful, planner, financial opportunity, manifestation, trustworthy, and skill development. So while they may be in the very beginnings, which earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, it seems as though they do have connection as a goal in mind. But it's still it's very new. It's, Page of Pentacles is the slowest. And Page is that, that young energy that came out sideways, but I feel like it wanted to go. But this is wishes coming true, blessings, abundance, achievements, material success with the Nine of Cups. But it did, so, shattered dreams. Feels like I could run away, run away. We got sorrow, underachievement, overindulgence, dissatisfaction, and failure. So I think your person is someone who definitely does not want to fail. We've got your Six of Pentacles, which is, you know, equal give and take. We have Taurus energy, um, generosity, shared wealth, giving and receiving, prosperity, financial support, and stability. So look at that. There's your King of Pentacles. So it's coming. It's just slow. It's slow to come to fruition. Um, because King of Pentacles, yes, is I'm hearing provider. Again, which is funny because I heard it earlier. Garnishy was silk like a spider. um, okay, so they are, as Joy from Journey in Light would say, the sugar daddy of the Zodiac. When they're upright, they're they're on it. You know, they are disciplined, generous, abundant, reliable, sensual. But this fear, every once in a blue moon, um, it feels like they actually break the fuck down. They break down and they lose their mind. Maybe every full moon. I know I kind of do. But we've got the Gemini energy here, which is that, you know, with six and Gemini lovers is that choice of the heart. And that could put a lot of fear, nightmares. There's your high priestess with the secrets. We have secrets come out. Intuitive, subconscious, feminine energy, inner voice, spirituality, secrets, and wisdom. So, I think there has been a new perspective gained, whether it's you or your person or both of you. Um, I think there is some healing starting to happen, some self-surrender. A new perspective that has, you know, awakened the awareness in your person. I think the goal is for equal give and take. It's just that it's been a hell of a time getting there. I'm seeing 15 between 9 and 6 again, which is that devil energy. So, let's see what messages come out. Now, these are going to be the shadow messages. So, the things that they think about and won't say. Oh my goodness, pile 3. Yes, it is too late. So you could be on this, you know, wavelength of, you know, or they could be worried that, you know, if they were to try to communicate with you, it'd be too late. I do wish you well. I'm hearing Familiar taste of poison. Hailstorm. I wish you well, but desire never leaves. And I could fight this till the end, but maybe I don't want to win. Breathe you in again, just to feel you underneath my skin, holding on to the sweet escape is always laced with familiar taste of poison. I hope you're happy for me. I never want to feel that way again. They'd rather, close their heart off and cut all contact, rather than being betrayed again. I am different now. So they could be working on becoming healed, more healed. I don't think we ever stop healing. I think certain situations can make healing better or worse. So it's always, you never know what somebody's going through. You gotta always lead with grace and space. And these might be a little triggering. These are the Dark Confessions of the Soul. We are doing the shadow readings, so let's see what's going on in there. I have karmic debts that need to be paid before I can come back to you. Okay. Oh, wow. That's way under there. There is a big hole in my heart that I cannot fill on my own. Sorry about my squeaky chair, y'all. Yeah, big hole. Big hole. And they know. I feel like this is your heart as well. I feel alone and in the dark. Where's my light? I cannot listen to your voice. It affects my soul. Wow. So not only are you their light, you're their voice of reason. Which is crazy because if you're the one that's full of all the dreams and the wishes, I've got these shadow and light messages. So the first one that comes out will be the shadow, and then the light, and so on. Let's see what they would say. I am losing faith that it will work between us. Light message, Spirit. I love being in your company and I can't wait to see you again. Oh, I'm hearing baby face. When can I see you again? When can my heart beat again? These are very slippery. Shadow. It's not my problem that you feel that way. Yeah. It's kind of how they've gone through life. Oh, light. I'm ready to take our relationship to the next level. Shadow. My spiritual growth is stunted at this time. Divine timing. And light. I have gained wisdom from my mistakes. And then I have a few advice cards to pull for you. If you want to delve into this any deeper, I do have private readings open. All of the information is down below. Be realistic. Get your head out of the clouds and begin seeing things the way they really and truly are. This is what we've been talking about since the very beginning. Walking through life wearing rose-colored glasses. Did I not say that like so many times? Wearing rose-colored glasses only leads to pain, embarrassment, and loss. I'm so sorry. Wisdom came out in pile 2. Life experiences bring about wisdom. How you decide to use it will lead to your success or your detriment. Loss. Sometimes we must lose things and people to appreciate them and their value. Then other times we must lose to gain. There's that energy of being broken. If you don't feel like you bring value to your person, if they don't make you feel like you bring value to them, maybe that's what you need to be seeing. I'm hearing clouds in my coffee, clouds in my coffee. Isn't that You're So Vain, Carly Simon? All right. So I'm going to get my spicy giggle deck. And you guys got to tell me if I need to make more of these messages. But what would they say? What would they say? Okay, well, a little story. I knew when I met you, you'd become my favorite song. Please send me a sexy playlist just for me. So, yeah, you could have a musical connection. I look at you and my body reacts in a way it never has before. Even in the throes of passion, I can't resist your call. Can't resist you. I am always dreaming of us. There's that dream energy. I'm hearing Dreaming of You by Selena. Even when I am awake, every thought leads to you. To have you in my bed breathing on me, hair in my mouth, I count that as something of a miracle. Let's get one more. I want to drown in your beautiful eyes tonight. And then on the bottom, if I had $1 for every time I smiled secretly to myself thinking of you, I'd be a billionaire. There's that attention to detail and that kind of Ace of Wands inspiration. um, so, yeah. I just heard another one bites the dust. So, listen. Don't just be careful. Don't, let anything take away from your worth, your value, the way that you love, the way that you communicate. There's nothing about this that is wrong, or you're just, it feels like you feel like you're doing something wrong. Just follow your intuition and take off those rose colored glasses. And, kind of surrender it to the divine. You've communicated, you've, presented your seeds. They have planted, they have started to grow. It's going to take a while. I'm hearing stain. It's been a while. Still remember just the way you taste and everything I can't remember. Okay, so also hearing billionaire from, isn't that, was that Bruno Mars? Wanna be a billionaire, so forget. So your person might just be consumed by their ego, by where they think they should be. They're determined to be the most ambitious, achieve the most. Yeah. So, surrender it to the universe. Let the divine bring you together or keep you apart. It's all, for your highest good. In the meantime, treat yourself, fill your own cup, and give what you get. Equal give and take. And don't ever be ashamed of how you love or feel like you're not good enough, because you are. If you're still here with me, listening all the way at the end, leave me a little seedling. Isn't there a little seedling emoji or a tree? But I'm going to leave it here, guys. Like I said, if you need anything from me, everything's down below. Part 1 to this The light energy, the shadow and light series that I kind of do between both channels, um, is, I should have it linked below, but it's over there. It's over there on Mosaic Mermaid. If you did enjoy this, well, I wouldn't quite say enjoy, but if you did resonate with this reading, I'd love to hear what resonated for you. I'm always answering, you know, back to you guys. I love hearing from you guys. And yeah, I'm still trying to make it to 1K. So if you never want to hear me say that again, just hit the subscribe button as soon as I get to 1K. I won't I won't say it anymore. So anywho, this is also giving like Ace of Wands energy. Um so that's that passionate new beginning. All right, so the Smiths could be significant. Could be a musical connection because there was a lot of that here. So, all right, all right. Listen, I'm sending you guys so much love, warm soul hugs, and yeah, just wherever you are, whatever you're doing, just know that you are so beautiful and so worthy of the love that you give. And I'm sending you so much love and healing. And let me know if you like these types of readings. And yeah, I hope to see you in the next one. All right. Thank you guys. Love you guys.